Welcome back, Radiant Souls, to another empowering episode of Unleash Your Inner Radiance. I'm Lisa, your Catalyst Life, Wellness, and Transformation Coach. And today we are diving deep into a topic that is fundamental to every aspect of our lives: self-worth. Remember, you are the author of your own story, and I am here to help you write the most brilliant chapters. In life, we don't soar to a level of our hopes and dreams. And why is that? More often than not, we stay stuck at the level of our self-worth. So what level is your self-worth? Because self-worth is one thing that I still to this day struggle with. And we don't rise to what we believe is possible. We fail to what we believe we are worthy of. So if you are low in self-worth, you are only going to rise to that level. You can't go you can't go above that. You can have all the confidence in the world. You can have all the integrity in the world. But if you do not have self-worth, you are not going to go above that level. Your self-worth is your ceiling in all areas of your life. That's why building self-worth is one of the biggest things that changes absolutely everything, from your relationships, from your love life, from your work, from you following your dreams, from you starting that new business. It just covers everything and is the support of everything. And we all struggle with it. I still struggle with it to this day. So let's talk a little bit and let's get the understanding behind self-worth. Because self-worth is the intrinsic belief in your own value. So what are your values? These are so totally separate from external achievements or validation. So it doesn't matter what people say to you, it's how you feel about yourself. Self-worth is the foundation on which your self-esteem and your confidence are built. So, you could see some, CEOs, they might seem utterly confident, but that doesn't mean that they have the self-worth to support it, right? So why is this crucial? Because it affects your relationships, your career, your health, your mindset, your just overall happiness. See, low self-esteem can lead to self-sabotage, unhealthy relationships, and unfilled potential. Now, a lot of us, including me, struggle with self-worth. And it's really tough. It was really tough for me to record this today because I have not put any of my single episodes of my podcast out onto YouTube. So I'm trying this out today to see if I can actually do it. So that would be self-confidence. Now, do I have the self-worth inside of me to do it? I'm gaining that, right? But have I been self-sabotaging myself in the past? Because I am almost at a year and I'm almost at 88 episodes, right? And this is the first episode that I'm actually recording when I'm by myself. So I have been self-sabotaging myself this entire time, if this works, right? So it's just absolutely amazing what your self-worth and raising your self-worth can do for your life. So, I'm going to share a personal story and I kind of just did, because I struggle with self-worth, and I think I've struggled back until the age of 5. I just got done writing a chapter in a book, and it's going to be published next month, and it's called Unstoppable, and it's a powerhouse edition. So it's Unstoppable 4, and it's the powerhouse edition. And when I was asked to write a chapter in this book, trust me, my self-worth was not at the level that I needed it to be to do it. So it goes to show that if you step in the face of your fear and you gain your self-worth and you just say, you know what? I might not be at the powerhouse level yet, but guess what? I have the opportunity to change my life. And trust me when I say writing that chapter changed my life. And it was just a chapter, just 3,000 words, right? But you sit there and you think, how can I change somebody's life by writing my story? How can I do that? And just taking that action and sitting down, and it took me about a month to write it. I started out with a outline of how I wanted it to go, and then I did a massive word dump. And then from there, I just looked at those words and thought, oh, this is how I'm going to write it. Well, there are many times where my self-sabotage stepped in and I was just like, oh, maybe I can't do this, or, maybe I don't have what it takes to change somebody's life. But I wrote it, I sent it in for somebody to critique it, and they came back with, make these 2 changes. Oh, what? Well, was that a boost to my self-esteem and self-worth? Absolutely. I mean, it's just amazing, right? So I just want you to know that it takes confidence, but you really need to look inside of yourself and find your self-worth, because it doesn't matter if somebody's watching you. It doesn't matter if somebody's listening to you. It doesn't matter what they care, what they think. It doesn't matter, right? Because it's what we think deep down inside. So even coaches like me or mentors or podcasters, we all struggle with these kind of issues. We're all working through them. So let's identify some low points and where you can see if you actually struggle with self-worth. So do you have constant self-criticism? Because one really good way is to pick up this phone and record yourself when you're talking to yourself, because that's a rude awakening. We don't think about how often we say bad things to ourselves. And if you're in the car and something happens and it triggers something and you start talking, hit record on your phone. Record it and listen back, because it will absolutely blow your mind. It'll blow your mind that you talk to yourself that way. It will. And the next thing I need you to do is to stop seeking validation from others, because if it is important to you that somebody comments on your post or likes your post, guess what? You have low self-worth. If you have a fear of rejection or failure, and we all do, right? Did I think that my chapter was going to go to the person who was helping me with it and have her make 2 changes? Absolutely not. Do you know that I didn't tell anyone about that? Not even my daughters, not my boyfriend. I told a really good friend, 2 really good friends of mine. They read it. So I feared rejection. I feared failure. I didn't want to be seen as a failure. So to me, having the person who is helping us with this chapter read my chapter and tell me, these are the 3 changes I need you to make, that boosted my self-worth sky high. And then I was able to say to my daughters, guess what? I'm doing this. Say to my boyfriend, guess what I've been doing for a month? I've been writing a chapter in a book. Oh my gosh. And, it's just a big thing. It's a big thing, and it's a really cool thing. The other thing is, do you have difficulty setting boundaries? Because I know with a lot of people in my past life, who I don't talk to anymore, they were not necessarily nice people, correct? And so I didn't know how important for myself that it was that I set boundaries. So that is a new thing for me, because setting boundaries hasn't been a big part of my to-do list. Also, settling for less in relationships or in your career. Are you settling for less? So, how you can recognize if these are signs of your self-worth, because what you can do is do journaling prompts to explore your thoughts and feelings. I mean, do that. This is your journal's yours. No one else is going to read it, right? Also, you can practice mindfulness and self-awareness, because if you sit and you're quiet or you go outside and you ground yourself, you really have that opportunity to sorry about that. I had to cough. Anyway, are you settling for less in your relationships and your career? But no, journaling is really important. And I even struggled with journaling. So when I decided to write a chapter in a book, I just thought, how is this different than journaling? But journaling is every day. And you really should ask yourselves questions when you journal that really make you think. I mean, it's nice to write down the 3 really good things that happened to you in a day, but use your journal to really dig deep down inside of you, because that's really important. So, I want to share with you a couple of expert quotes that really emphasize the impact of self-worth on mental health and overall well-being. And the first one I wanted to bring to your attention is Brene Brown. I think everybody knows who she is. So here's her thought on it. When we can let go of what people think and own our story, we gain access to our worthiness. The feeling that we are enough just as we are, and that we are worthy of love and belonging. When we experience that feeling, we stop screaming and start listening. We're kinder and gentler to people around us, and we're kinder and gentler to ourselves. That is from The Gifts of Imperfection. The other one that I thought was really profound for me was Nathaniel Branden. He's a psychotherapist and an author. This comes from 6 Pillars of Self-Esteem. Self-esteem is the reputation we acquire with ourselves. If we lack respect for who we are, it impacts every aspect of our lives. From our relationships and work to our personal growth and ability to experience joy. It is the foundation on which we build everything else. Just like I was talking. And so, what are ways we can build our self-worth? Well, we can start with self-acceptance. Embrace your flaws and your strengths equally, because understand that you are worthy just as you are. If that means giving yourself a high five in the mirror every morning, if that means standing in front of the mirror and accepting your body for for what it is. I actually did a body image thing last night, and that was very enlightening, I guess I should say. It showed me just how bad my self-esteem actually was, and actually still kind of is. So positive affirmations. Now, if you follow me, I usually give you daily affirmations every Monday, but these daily affirmations can help you rewire your brain and reinforce your self-worth. So that's good. Setting boundaries. Oh boy, that's important. And I really wish I would have set boundaries a long time ago. Learn to say no and protect your energy, because we are all energy, all energy. And boundaries are so crucial, and they're such a crucial part of self-respect. Self-care. I want you to prioritize activities that nourish your mind, body, and soul. Self-care is not selfish. It is essential. And I have a 30-day self-care challenge. If any of you guys would like the PDF, I will give it to you for free. But it's a really cool challenge. And it just gives you one thing to do each day. It's a really cool thing. The last one, surround yourself with positivity. Find people who are positive. Choose relationships and environments that uplift and support you. Because who doesn't need more of that, right? So now I want you guys to take a break. I want you guys to grab a piece of paper. And I want you to do a little exercise. I want you to write down 3 things that you love about yourself. 3 things. It could be, I love my teeth, I love my smile, I love my eyes, I love my hair, I love my body. It could be anything. 3 things that you love about yourself. Now, I want you to write 1 boundary that you will set for this week to honor your self-worth. So you've got 3 things that you love about yourself and 1 boundary that you will set this week in honor of your self-worth. So, how does this all have a ripple effect? Because it has a ripple effect on ourselves, and it has a ripple effect on everybody else that we know. So, it impacts relationships, personal relationships, and your relationships with everybody else. Your higher self-worth and the higher your self-worth will lead you to more healthier and fulfilling relationships. It's just a given, because you attract what you believe you deserve. So, what do you believe that you deserve? Write that down. This is how it'll impact your career, because greater self-worth encourages you to pursue your dreams, and it encourages you to take risks that are good for you. And it leads to better opportunities and career satisfaction. And who doesn't want more of that? Because if you're going to be working for someone else or you're going to be working for yourself, you want career satisfaction. It also impacts your health. So, high self-worth is linked to better mental and physical health. And we live in America, so a lot of people struggle with weight, which would be your physical health. But let's talk about the mental health crisis that's going on in the United States right now, that's been going on the last 4 years, right? A lot of people are struggling. There's been a lot of change. There's been a lot of, COVID. There's been a lot of everything. And it really leads to a lot of mental health breakdowns and a lot of people who need someone to talk to. So I would be really excited if one of you guys would come forward and want to be interviewed on my podcast. I want somebody who has experienced a transformation through building self-worth. I want you guys to share your journey, your insights, how you did it. If you are willing to do that, please reach out to me on my website, And let's get on a call and talk about what we can do together. I'm really excited about that opportunity. But so as we come to a conclusion here, I want you to remember that your self-worth is the foundation of everything. It is the one thing that changes everything. It will change everything in your life. So as you go about your week, or I guess this is dropping on Thursday, so as you go into your weekend, which is usually a tough time when we have tough self-worth and we have tough boundaries, I want you to watch how your life transforms. See if you're thinking of it a little bit differently, if you go about it a little bit differently, because you deserve all the goodness that life has to offer. Until next time, keep shining and unleash your inner radiance. Don't forget to subscribe, to leave me a review, and to share this episode with someone who needs to hear this message. Follow me on social media for daily inspiration. I'm working on that. And, join my community of radiant souls. I'm Lisa, and this is Unleash Your Inner Radiance, and I will see you on the next episode.